Well, I'm just doing a walk around. Uh, well, our putting up our property for sale certainly created quite a few comments. Not all of them nice, but then what's new? I don't know why people assume, well, maybe I do know why that people assume that we are uh, somehow bumbling through our life, doing what we can, saving pennies, living on sardines. And while that may be true about sardines, uh, we're actually not in a hurry to sell anything that we have. We can afford to keep it, and we will. We can't lose money on it. And what we have right now, we're very happy to be here. So if you think that the hard time that we're having is such that we really need to move along, you would really be wrong. So people, if I've learned anything during the time that we have been doing what we do, it's that those who are looking for something wrong will find it. They will look and look until they find something, say, ah, you didn't do this or you didn't do that. And maybe it's true and maybe it isn't. But we still feel that even though we are public, in a way, with our channel, we're not an open book for everybody to inquire into how many times we went to the toilet or whether we spent 50 pesos or 1,000 pesos. It's some of it is still our business. So it has surprised me that people who have no intention or even the funds to buy anything like what we have are quick to say how we've messed everything up. Messed everything up. We're sitting on a property which in time, as we work on it, will become more and more valuable. We are debt free. We have a small account with a hardware store so we can send a worker down there and we don't have to go ourselves. We are living in an idyllic place. If you look over the back of me, that's the property. So I'm actually on the balcony. This is the balcony of all of the rooms. Not all of them, but 1, 2, 3, 4, 4 rooms. And this is what they look out on. Now, our grand plan, oh, shame on us for having a grand plan, but this is what we look out on. And it's the same at the house. This is the inn part of the house where we would accommodate guests in the future when our resort is up and running. But let me just explain for those who don't seem to be able to grasp the idea of we were walking along. Let me just change and tell you how we were walking along a beautiful white beach at Andorra, and we had just had a very nice lunch at the German resort that I told you about. I think it's called J&S. I might be wrong on that. It might be J&R, but I might be thinking of that TV program where JR was the villain. So permit me to be wrong on that. But we're walking along, and we were like anybody who walks along a beautiful white beach next to an ocean that is clear blue water. And I said to Beth, you know, if someone came along and offered us the right price, let's just say 20 million, and they offered us 20 million, and we could just move and we could buy something on the beach. It was a wonderful little what if, as we all do. Anyway, while we're thinking about what we could do, and we could do this and we could do that, and all of our work that we've done here, the truth is about life that everything is for sale. If somebody came along in the street and said, I want that t-shirt, and if I paid $2 for the t-shirt, I would say, well, it's not for sale. If they said, I'll give you $50 for the t-shirt, take it off, I'd walk home bare-chested. And that's how it is. If somebody comes along, if you had your favorite car, if it was an antique, one that you loved dearly, and it was worth 5 million pesos. And if somebody came along and said, I have an American buyer, he's a crazy rich foreigner, he'll give you 50 million for that, it's a one of a kind, here's the keys. So that's what we did. When I got home, Beth said, oh, by the way, I put the property up for sale for guess what, 20 million. Well, as soon as that went up, and we had a lot of inquiries, right, here in the Philippines, you've got to understand that everything must be done face to face. It's so much easier if things are face to face. Now, if we were selling the property, we actually looked at the prices of what are being sold. I see that somebody that we know who is a neighbour, not close neighbour, but nearby enough to be a neighbour, and he has just sold his house. And he had somebody represent him because he's not actually here at the moment, he's working away. And he sold it apparently for 3 million. It's like a fraction of what we're offering here. We're offering, and this is not a sales talk, because tell you the truth, I really don't care a damn whether we sell it or not. And this is the absolute best way to be when you're selling something, because if you're desperate, it comes across. If you're truly desperate, then people see right through you. They see into your heart, into your mind, and you send out these vibes of desperation, and they'll lowball you, and they will capitalize on your desperation. So the best time to sell something is to offer it when you don't give a damn whether it sells or not. And that's my view on it. Well, we've had these various comments that have made that make what I call false assumptions. And I never know that, well, it's a particular mindset that people can have where they demand to know things which are really not their business. If I go around and I see something that I can't afford, I don't go in and ask a question, well, where was it made, and how long have you had it, and who does it belong to now or next or was. It's no concern of mine. And there is an expression, certainly in English, in the UK at least, where if someone comes around and they're asking all kinds of questions. When I did some sales when I was in Australia, which you might not know about, I went there for 6 months, and in order to fill in the time and so that I wasn't just handing money out, I started with a company in Brisbane selling cars. So we had a lot of sales training while I was there, and one of the first things that you do with someone who walks in and starts looking at the cars is you process them, you qualify them to see if they're a tire kicker or got the money. So you say, hi, what do you do? And you find out that there might be the CEO of a big company who's decided to take things in his own hands and buy a car. And he's there to buy cash, and wow, you made a sale. But otherwise, if you find that the person who is there is actually really only thinking, because when you say to him, what do you do? He says, well, actually, I'm out of work at the moment, but I'm applying for a lot of jobs and they're good and they're well paid. You may be nice and spend time with him just because there's nothing else to do, and you know, he seems like a nice guy, and you help him with his thoughts and dreams, but you know that there's no sale. Now, whether you spend time with someone or not is your choice. But if the person comes in and demands and starts arguing about things, then you cut that short. So we are in the what if stage, and if somebody came along and offered us what we want, then we're here to talk. And everything that we've done so far is good. Nothing will have to be redone. And it is a beautiful place. So, you know what? Regardless of how many people criticize what we have done or can't do or will do or should do, we're very happy here. So it's not like we're living in a Nipa hut. It's not like we're even on the top of the mountain again like we used to be in the red house, which got ruined in Odette. You see, that's the thing. We've worked very hard for what we've got. We're not ashamed of anything that we've done. All that we've done can be looked at, can be researched on the videos that we've made. It won't take you long. We've only posted 19,000 videos. It's actually closer to 20,000. But I like to keep it under, because if I say 20,000 and somebody looks it up and finds that it's only 19,600, they'll say, see, here's BSing. So we're very happy because it's a beautiful place to live. We live a calm and peaceful life. We have food. We have everything that we need. And we're in no hurry. The right price will buy what we are selling. And then we'll go on and we have other what if plans. So what if we sell? Well, that's another video. If you like what you've seen and our walk-arounds and it reveals something that you think a friend might need, it will help us if you share. It will help us too if you press and hit like, and if you comment, we're always very happy to answer your comments. Good, bad or indifferent, as long as they're not nasty, in which case I won't have much time for it. But I always enjoy the exchange between me in particular, because that's my part of the job, and I always enjoy the exchanges, and I've made very, very good, talented people as friends. So bye for now.